Hey, this is Rick from Hiking Emergency Beacon, and today I want to talk to you about these Garmin inReach subscription plans. And it's actually pretty easy to pick the right plans, in my opinion, after I've looked through them quite a few times. But let me tell you about them real fast. But please like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications, and you'll be alerted as soon as I put out new videos. There's three types of plans. There's a safety plan, a recreational plan, and an expedition plan. The safety plan is the least amount of money, but it gives you the least amount of text. And then it'll start charging you for each of the messages. And of course, the expedition plan is the most expensive one, and it gives you the most things. Well, let's get right to it on these plans. So on the safety plan, that's for somebody, in my opinion, who doesn't want to text or message when they're out in the outdoors. They only want it for if there's a life-threatening emergency or if they need to message somebody, but very rarely. So that's if you only want the device for those emergencies, I would say that's for you. The recreational plan is for somebody who does message a bit more often, and the same thing. You basically want it for a few messages, and then also the search and rescue. The expedition plan has unlimited messaging, where the recreational plan, I think, only has 40 messages. Safety has, I think, 10. All that'll be on the screen as I'm going through the video. The other thing that's really nice about the expedition plan is it allows you to track or send at I think a 2-minute or less interval. And that's nice if you're out and you're trying to, say you're on a new trail and you want to have a good route of the trail when you get back and you want to display it. Maybe you want to send it up to All Trails, and All Trails doesn't have it yet. That might be a good reason for you to have the expedition plan. The first thing a lot of people are probably going to want to know is, should I go monthly or should I go annual? What Garmin says is if you go out once a year, maybe twice a year, or you go out seasonally, the monthly plan is best for you. I agree with that, but let's go dive a little bit deeper in that. I looked at how much you would spend for the year on the annual versus on the monthly, and all three subscriptions came out pretty close. You could pay monthly up to 8 months. I think one of them is even 9 months. You would be at the same price or a little bit less than the annual plan. So you could actually go out for at least 2 seasons and maybe even 3 seasons on the monthly and still not pay as much as the annual. Bottom line though, if you go out a lot, I would look at the annual plans. If you only go out for a season, and a lot of people are only going out for the summers. For example, here in Colorado, a lot of people are just coming out for the summers. Now sometimes some people come out for the hunting, some people are out for the fishing, and some people are out for skiing. And so they're coming out for a season, they're not coming out all year. So in that case, if you're just coming out for a season, I would go monthly because it's a 30-day plan, a 30-day time period. Then you can suspend that subscription, and then you just activate it when you want it. So if you just use the device a few times a year or for a season, monthly plan's for you. If you come out a lot, then the annual plan's for you. Now let's talk a bit more about the safety, recreational, and the expedition plan. As I said earlier in the video, if you don't want to message anybody, and you normally don't, go safety. That's all you'll need. If you like to message some, or you have a team that you're going out with and you're going to message a few times, up to 40 times, I would say that one is probably the one most people should get. That's the one that I had gotten when I first started, was the recreational, because I know most of the time I'm going to send more than 10 messages. If you're going out for a longer adventure and you've got a team with you, maybe you're out for 3-4 days or a week, I would say you probably want the expedition plan, because if you're out, say here in the Rocky Mountains, and you're on a long trail, maybe you're out on the Colorado Trail and you're out for a week, and you have a team and you split up, well, you're going to want to know where your camp's going to be, where you're meeting for lunch maybe, or maybe you take off, somebody goes, looks at a waterfall, and somebody else goes, looks at a great scenery. Anyway, you're going to want to message quite a bit, and probably more than 40 times on a long trip. The other thing the expedition plan is great for, and I've used it for, and I'll put a link to a video that I've already done. I was on a trail, and All Trails did not have this trail in their system, and so I set it, and I want to say it was a 2-second tracking. Again, you'll see in the description below this video, link to this video. It nailed this trail. I mean, it seems like probably every 5-10 steps it was putting a track down. If you want to go out on a trail and you want to save that for future references, or you want to then upload it to something like All Trails, the expedition is better because it'll give you a high level of detail on that trail. Well, that's basically all there is to it. If you have questions, and maybe I didn't cover something here, leave a question below, because I always answer. I do my very best to answer within 24 hours or less. And I can go back out and I can test some things that you want to know specifically maybe really how many tracks does it put down, and you want to get in a little more detail about what subscription to use, then just send me a message and I'll get back to you. But basically, for most people, I would say the recreational plan is probably the best plan for you, and safety if you just don't want to talk to anybody and it's just for emergency services. I know these subscription plans can seem overwhelming when you first look at them, but it's really not that hard. But let me know, leave a comment below if you've got any questions.